Hey, welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day, and thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. It truly means a lot. In today's video, we have a new Mythic Rank Standard Best of 1 deck for not only Magic the Gathering Arena, but Standard wherever you'll happen to be playing it, whether it's your local game store, on Magic Online, or right here on Arena. We're going to break down the deck list in today's video, talk about the strategies and synergies, demonstrate all of this within our Mythic Ranked gameplay footage against the best decks and players in the world. And of course, we'll wrap up with our final thoughts, deck review, and I got a new box in, baby. It is the Epilogue booster from the Aftermath, and we're going to actually tear into a regular March of the Machines booster as well. So again, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help support the channel. And let's get right into the new deck. This is a Rakdos Sacrifice build, and we're crushing it into like the top 100 today, which is really nice. Utilizing a deck that you're probably fairly familiar with that fell off in popularity. And this was due to the mid-range effect that the Rakdos deck could sustain itself with. We're talking Kiki Jiki, we're talking Invoke Despair, we're talking Reckoner Bankbuster. They're all gone, right? So we have new variants of the Rakdos red and black deck to explore. Thank you so much for the support, Diagon. I really, truly appreciate that. It's phenomenal. You're a legend! So, we took a look at the Rakdos aggro deck. If you have missed that, check it out. This is going to be, pretty aggro, but in a different form. I would call this a mid-range deck, even though it is very quick. And we'll be sacrificing instead of attacking. A couple attacks here and there if we can get them off, but at the end of the day, it is an Anvil deck. The Oni-Cult Anvil for 2 mana is what we're building around, and whenever one or more artifacts you control leave the battlefield during your turn, create a 1/1 colorless construct artifact creature token. This ability triggers only once each turn, and we can tap it to sack an artifact to deal 1 damage to each opponent while simultaneously gaining 1 life. Alright, we're going to pair this with Urabrask's Forge for 3 mana, an artifact, and at the beginning of combat on your turn, put an oil counter on the Forge, then create a X1 Phyrexian Horror token with Trample and Haste, where X is the number of oil counters on the Forge. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. So this is going to provide an attacker that grows in strength or power every turn. Then we're going to sacrifice our creatures in a couple different ways. We have the Corrupted Conviction, which is new to the deck. For 1 mana, instant speed, sacrifice a creature to draw 2 cards, right? So this is really, really good. We can do it on our turn. We can do it on our opponent's turn, which is great. And I guess the last card we should mention maybe before we get into the sacrifice triggers or the effects will be the trigger of Vran, Executioner Thane. 2 mana, 2/2. Whenever one or more other creatures you control die, each opponent loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life. This ability triggers only once each turn, right? So this is important because we want to be, having a creature die on our turn, whether that is, an attack, they block, it dies, Vran triggers, or we self-sacrifice something. Both routes are totally fine. And the same goes on our opponent's turn. If they're attacking, we block, there's the death. If not, we sacrifice, which is nice as well to trigger this ability every turn, your turn and your opponent's turn, which is great. So, if you're doing this with the Anvil, that's 3 damage a turn. That's gonna add up quite quickly, which is nice. And then, so we're gonna sacrifice things, obviously, a lot of the time to trigger those. The Conviction we already mentioned to draw 2 cards. We have the Glare, sacrificing creature or artifact, or pay an additional 4 sorcery speed to destroy a creature or planeswalker. We have the Surge. If you sacrifice an artifact, it does 2 additional damage for a total of 4. Otherwise, just 2 damage to creature or planeswalker at instant speed. We have the Harvester, which can sacrifice itself to give another creature -X until the end of turn, where X is the number of blood tokens you control. And then we have the Thrillseeker. This can self-sacrifice for 1 to deal damage equal to its power to any target. And with the backup 2, it can put 2 +1/+1 counters on another creature and give it the sacrifice ability until the end of turn. So we like to, you know, get this Forge up, 6 counters, 7 counters on it. You know, it attacks, gets damage through because the trample. They don't block it. Maybe they do, who knows. And then if it survives, we have 2 options. First option is the Thrillseeker, right? And then the Forge token can sacrifice to deal that much damage +2, which is really cool. And, you know, we also like to put this backup, sorry, not the backup. We also like to sacrifice the Forge token with the casualty of Ob Nixilis. The starting loyalty will be equal to the power of the sacrificed creature. It's also non-legendary. So then you're left with 2 copies of the Adversary. +1, each opponent loses 2 life unless they discard a card. If you control a demon or devil, you're going to gain a demon or devil. I got one right here, baby. You're going to gain 2 life. And you can also -2 to create a 1/1 red devil. And when it dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. And then -7, target player draws 7 cards and loses 7 life. This is a one-shot kill if you have Ob Nixilis, sorry, not Ob Nixilis, Shelly in play, because they're going to be taking 7 damage, then drawing 7 cards, which is an additional 14 damage, 21 damage, get out of town, right? So probably Dunzo Washington there, which is nice. So a couple different ways to utilize these Forge tokens, right? We can also, turn after turn, throw the crown on it, right? +2/+0. When it dies, draw a card. It's going to be dying each turn. You're going to be drawing an additional card every turn. And then, you know, the +2 on the trample, like I said, it's really cool as well. You can put this on the, you know, the artifacts, the constructs. That's okay too, but we love it on the trample. And then making blood tokens through the Epicure. It's going to deal 1 damage when it enters. Make a blood token. Harvester also makes that blood token, which we talked about. And is there anything we missed, Simba? I kind of got distracted with the kitty. Sheoldred. You guys already know Sheoldred. 4/5, 4 mana, Death Touch. When you draw, gain 2 life. So we do have the Conviction to help us draw. That's quite nice. And then when they draw, they're going to lose 2 life, which is decent as well. The Research Desk. A nice colorless artifact for the Anvil to keep us going. Pay 1, sack it, exile the top 2, and then choose 1. You can play that, which is nice till the end of your next turn. And then unearthing it from the grave for 2 mana, which is cool. So a couple additional artifacts that we can sacrifice with the Anvil. So we're not caught having to sacrifice a copy of the Anvil, one of our forges, right? So that would be bad. So we'd like to, you know, just have enough artifacts to get through the day there. The lands here, we've got the Mire, we've got the Crucible, and a couple duels to make sure that we get through there consistently. It is a really light curve deck, 1.9 mana value and 22 lands, right? So you shouldn't have any problem there. And as long as the cat doesn't distract you, you should get some nice wins, right? So after today's gameplay footage, like I said, we got 2 pack openings for you, which is super exciting. Waiting for Lord of the Rings box to arrive. Oh my lord, I'm like a child. This is like the first time I've really had that Christmas feeling in a little bit. So stay tuned for all of that. Like, comment, subscribe, and just enjoy today's gameplay footage, okay? Thank you so much. Let's go! Our opponent will be going first. Respectable. These forges are pretty worthless for now. Let's just pick up this spear. No problem, no problem. The Phoenix has entered. We need that 3rd land really bad. I will play the, if we don't get the 3rd land, this Anvil and start the engine if only 1. Right, that's a big hit, 14. Oyo, Troy boy. Thank you for supporting the channel. I truly appreciate that. You are a legend. Let's take our turn. I would love to just dunk on that creature, but I think it's fairly important that we get this started. So sad. And then, of course, next turn we're going to top deck an artifact, right? But, you know, mono red's not a deck that I like to just, oh, we'll wait. And maybe, you know, we get the land next turn, or we get the treasure, the artifact, the blood token, whatever it happens to be, right? So we're just getting down and dirty. To 13, they scry. And this way we can at least, you know, start gaining life, and it's something. And that should be helpful. To 11 here, crescendo for an additional 3. Down to 8. And that's massive, right? And we can see they have 2 more damage to 6. Oof. That would cut our life gain off, essentially. So I have to wait. Oh, and of course we do. Okay, we get a little bit punished there. How do we survive? It's through the life gain of Ob Nixilis. Right? Makes sense to me. The rope is up. I think it's a double hit. Both of them would have starting loyalty 1. Oh no, just a second. The first one would be 3, so. I think we can do that. And come out relatively ahead. This is going to trigger the anvil. Right, we get another 1/1 here. We get 2 copies of Ob Nixilis, one at 1 loyalty, the other at 3. 3 will minus. They're going to play with Fire the 1. That takes damage away from us. That's fine. It happens, you know. Now we can end turn. We have the blocker. And they need to kill this other Ob Nixilis, right? So there's the Strangle. 1 card left in hand. We still have the Forge. The Forge for later, but right now the Anvil. So we go down to 6. And we're going to start the sacrifices. And gain as much life as we can. If they want to burn that last artifact of ours, that's fine. We get a desk, which is pretty cool as well, right? So, I think I'd like to just play slow and kill that Phoenix. So here's a desk. I'm going to sacrifice the desk. That triggers the anvil. Grab the land. Play the land. That's really nice. Now we can double spell again. We swing for 2. End our turn here. 7 life. Ooh-wee. Alright, let's take the Phoenix. Submit 0. They can bring that back, which sucks. But, you know, we do our best. Let's grab life. Up to 8, they're to 13. 2 cards in their hand. And that's why we got the anvil out, just got it rolling. You know, because that life gain's important. Just do the same thing. I think that's our best bet. Again, most likely just finding a land. We create the 1/1. It's nothing fancy, but it's pretty consistent, right? Ooh, Vran. We love Vran. Right, there's some additional life gain for us. Swing for 2, down to 11. And, well, we've almost got it tied up. A secondary Phoenix. Lightning Strike on our person brings back the second Phoenix. Nice. Okay, luckily for us, the first doesn't have haste. Let's grab 1 life. Ran in play. Attack for 2. Corrupt the artifact. Draw 2 cards. Make an artifact. Land in play, thank you. This is really good removal for us. I'm going to wait on it, though. And turn. Reckless Impulse is digging. Ooh, Thundering Raiju. Do they have a 4th land? Alright, let's take out a Phoenix. Summon 0. This is going to gain us 3 life. Also takes them down to 3. Okay, another Lightning Strike to our Chinny Chin Chin. Ouch. Oh, I think they have... No, because before their damage goes through, they could take us to 1. But then we go up on the stack here. Very close for them. Luckily, we do get through. They're at 3. We're at 4. They take us to 2. Our turn, land out. Here's a forge, and here's a cat. Meow. I guess we'll go to combat. All attack. That's fine. Let's kill the devil. That's going to be 3 damage to them here. We get some more life. Good game. And that's how you do that. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Our opponent goes first. Plus we're playing slow. Everyone deserves a chance. Even your opponent. Two mana into a Phyrexian Missionary. Interesting. Search doesn't kill it, so there's a desk, I guess. Into an Intrepid. Life gain is really, really good against us. Very much so. Let's just get this forge going. And, you know, maybe we can win through card advantage. Right? Ouch. Ouch. I mean, they do only have 2 mana. Do you think they kill it? That would be pretty aggressive. Huh. very much so. Let's get the Harvester out. I'm going to hold the Surge. For a bit. Yeah, we could Glare. And we could kick the Surge, but I think if I just hold the Surge, that's going to be nice. And we can block the Missionary, kill the Adversary without sacking the Blood token. Right? Saving that for the Anvil. And I also like getting these Ob Nixilis started. I'm being kind of greedy with the play lines here. Oh, they remove it again? You dog! And I'm getting punished. Not really. I mean, we can still take it. It is what it is. We're going to toss an Ob Nixilis. We don't need two of them. And then that's going to make the 1/1 for us. Drawing of Ran, I like that quite a bit. Let's end our turn here. A Flesh Gorger. Ooh. There's more of that life gain we love. Taking our turn. Oh. I really like Vran, though. The life gain's going to save us. And I'll just pay life to kill this. I want to see first if they'll block. Because then we don't have to use our removal if they're just blocking. We're gonna sack our creature. They lose 2 life, we gain 2 life, and then we have to pay 2 life. Quite the process. We can do this now because we've not made the token yet for our turn, so we may as well get that out of the way as well. I got 4 cards left. Let's see. Another missionary. This one gets kicked. Oh no. Bringing back the flesh doogie. Alright, 4th land out. I like it. Let's try to bait the block to the 1/1. Okay. The trample goes through, so I leave it. We do die, but whatever. Another forge. And then let's draw. Actually, I'm going to wait. I'll do it this turn, and then that's going to re-trigger Bran. Beautiful. Right, triggering it on our turn, triggering it on their turn. Alright, well, let's see where these blocks go. Really? The patience pays off because it's a 6 loyalty Ob Nixilis now. Ran's gonna deal the damage.
I'm gonna remake this town in my image.
We don't need the life, so we just go straight to plus town.
Pleasure doing business with you. My coin
Beautiful.
carnage. Tribute is owed.
Good game. We get the blood token for the anvils to start firing off again. Oh, yes. Going first, good land, good hand, a top 40 player. Uh-oh. That makes me fairly nervous. Oh, they may regret that. I say get right after it. They'll need to deal with this as well. But luckily we have a harvester if they don't. Ooh! Azorius control. Farewell is gonna ruin my life. Take the damage. Make 2 tokens. And turn. We're worried about the life gain, right? They've got Union of the Third Path. We don't like that. Just keep putting in the damage. Take whatever you can get. No way. That's wild. Hit for 1. Make 3 tokens. Can we get them before farewell? We need this Ran in play. Just keep taking the damage. Whoa, right? Ran is active. Swing in for 1. That's fine. Deluge is fine. We let the block happen. We make 3 tokens, deal 2 damage. And turn, they draw. There's the 5th land. Sunfall, nice. Luckily, we get to take these. So the first does 3. Each of the second and third will do 1. Takes them to 4. Sunfall hits. Harvester out. Actually, cancel. I'm going to keep that. I like the 2 1-drops with the crown. We don't have a lot of lands, so this is probably fine. A good game to use. Our opponent's going first. We're going to keep 7. I don't mind the hand. I think it's pretty good. Obviously, if we can forge 3, that's phenomenal. But if not, you know, just getting down and dirty to 2. This is a top 200 player playing with Evolving Wilds. Interesting. Right? It's like a draft all-star or, you know, a limited god. Who are we playing against? That's what I want to know. We do pick up and secure that 3rd land. That's awesome. We like it. Stomper. Oh no. Okay, I understand what's happening. The same thing that always happens. Yes, it's the rank, the constructed and the limited rank are different. I'm just having some fun. Let's get that forge started, and hopefully we're not facing a farewell. I know they're going to play Zendikar. I'm going to play land, and then they're going to flip their Zendikar, and I'm going to cry so hard. Yeah, the wilds is for Nissa. This makes sense. Nice. Okay. So now they're going to attack the invasion and flip it, and the 2/4/4s are going to really be quite brutal to play against. Luckily, we've got some chump blockers on the way. Fourth land off the top would be ideal. Thank you very much. Are they taking my forge, or are they taking the harvester? I mean, that's not bad. Oh yeah, 2 tokens, en route, 1 damage to 15. No attacks, we big chillin'. We have 1 chump block. We could even double block, but I don't think that's great. Oh my. There's not enough chump blocks in the world. Brutal. Not a fan. I don't even think Sheoldred will get us there. It's one of those games. I mean, they flawlessly curved out. You know, turn 3 Stomper, turn 4 Zendikar, turn 5, what is it, Migratory Herd Migration. Right? Very, very good. Beautiful, right? And that, you know, just the flawless playline continues. And, you know, I don't see this one panning out. They will have active, I believe, another ley line. Well, they took ossification instead. We're basically taking lethal. Not quite, but very, very close. We're going to grab 1 life here to 17, take them to 11. Oh my gosh, and then we're down to 5. Six damage through Sheoldred. Takes them to 5. It's close. Very, very close, right? Takes them to 5, and then we take 2 more to 3. Like, we're so close, it's not even funny. Very, very close. Okay. Bummer. not enough. We had 3 damage here. If only I had some removal. So close. Good game. Very, very close. And this is top deck, right? And we get them, in theory, down to 3. Wasn't enough, so we take another route. We tried to have them not block Sheoldred. That would have given us lethal, which is crazy. Unfortunately, that didn't work either. So we get an additional 3 damage here. This way takes them only to 4. Unfortunately. And, you know, it's just a really good game. Just this, this one card, you know, believe it or not, has beaten me. And no, but it's like, it's not a blowout or anything either. So, really good match. I like it. And, just, you know, if we would have went first, you know, there we probably found an extra turn for that couple of damage that we were missing out on there, right? Alrighty then. Really nice matchups in today's video. We do face up against some of the best players within Magic Arena right now. It is no joke to be in Mythic this early and then to be that high ranked. Trust me, it takes a lot of work and dedication. So, you know, a round of applause to all of our opponents. Cheers. Thank you for the wonderful matches. I hope you enjoyed the deck. What do you think? How can we tune it? More copies of Sheoldred? Am I right? Absolutely. Maybe some field wipes. You know, we did run into that Soldiers deck. They got us. We did run into that 5-color Domain deck. They barely got us. The Soldier deck beat us harder than the Domain deck. The Domain deck was very close. So I am more worried about some of those other aggro decks, as our removal options are fairly limited here, right? So maybe we could work on, you know, whether it's an End of Festivities, Brotherhoods, and some form of field wipe maybe. Let me know what you think in the comments below while we open these packs. Let's go. Of course, it's a new set. So we got a new mat as well. The scavengers are here to help us scavenge some good cards. So let's start with the set booster first, and then we'll move into the epilogue booster or the aftermath booster. Let's tear right into it here. And our art card is a Rona. Meow. No, this girl brings the heat. A phenomenal draw engine. No one's really even played with the Obliterator, which is pretty funny. Because everybody was talking about it right away. But Rona has just been almost too powerful. Rowell's Reinforcement, nice. Coming in hot. The Historian. Elspeth Smite, I've actually been really enjoying that card as of late. The Lancer. This is a Prankster. Invasion of Kylum, which I think is pretty good. I love the backside. Those tokens that it makes is like tempting. Art. Combine those words into one. Judge of Valor. Kogla and Yadaro. Full alt art. Oh man, Walter is going to be so jealous. Dang, that's a good looking card. We pulled the other day an alt full art Yorion as well. So we get a Sheoldred. I knew you seen it. It was underneath there, looking at the enchantment side. So this is as good as it gets. You know, we just pulled a Shelly, baby. Let's go! And of course, you know, on the back side, you do have the True Scriptures, which is phenomenal. And then finally, a holographic Halo Forager and our Elemental token. Not too shabby, not too shabby. The alt art is really, really cool. You know, I've been enjoying those a lot. So now we can move into the Epilogue booster, which only has 5 cards in it in comparison to 12, right? So less than half. Just, you know, it's like a bag of chips, you know, all air in this thing. Get rid of that. And I guess we're starting here. We have the Warmonger. It's pretty cool. Got some haste. Cosmic Rebirth. I love it. This is like should be a rare, I guess. I don't know how it got that uncommon. We get the Frillback as our rare. Not the worst, not the worst. Oh, the Black Bars of Death. Undercity Upheaval have shown up, and then this is a full, not full art, but alt art Death Rattle Oni. Decent. And then our Knight token. Not too shabby by any means. Thank you all for watching. I hope you had a magical experience. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, consider becoming a YouTube member, all that. Just have a great day, and I suppose I'll see you in the next one.